What's up everybody and welcome to the first proper video of FIFA 21. Actually FIFA 21, I said FIFA 20 in that introductory video, I'm an idiot. Anyway, it's not Idiot's Road to Glory this year, it is basically just me making some FIFA content for you guys because that is the most enjoyable part of this channel for me. I know there was a few of you guys who said the grind was the most enjoyable part of the Road to Glory series. That is absolutely fine, I understand that some of you guys aren't going to like this content as much as the old stuff, but I'm really going to, I hope, enjoy making it for you guys. So if you guys enjoy it, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, stick around. There's going to be loads and loads of videos coming out on here, and we're kicking it off with basically what everyone wants to know at the very start of FIFA. What's a really good squad, a really good starter squad for about 10,000 coins? You can get it from basically opening your return and user packs, maybe doing an SBC or two, selling a few rare gold players that you get, and building a non-rare / discard value rare gold players where they're all like 600 coins. They're not really expensive. The max you're going to be paying is like 1 or 2k for some of them. Some of them you have to pick up for 600 coins. And basically just get yourself a decent little sweaty squad to start off and do your Div Rivals placements. Because this year actually in Div Rivals, when you finish off, when you do them 5 games and place, you get given a crap load of coins depending on how well you did. Now, I played mine. I got access to this game very early because of being in the Game Changers program with EA. I had this game before the web app was even out, and the only other people in the world who had this game were also content creators, EA staff, and professional FIFA players. So you can imagine how well my Div Rivals placements went. I think I drew 4 of them. I definitely should have nicked a couple of wins, but I probably should have nicked a couple of losses as well, so it's fair enough. Drew 4, lost 1. Pretty sure I played 2 pro FIFA players. Yeah, wasn't great. I even played 1 pro FIFA player twice in the next couple of days. It was a bit of a mare. I ended up after that period 5 and 5, 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses. Since then, we've been absolutely smashing it. Once more normal people have got the game. I'm not just playing pro FIFA players. And Matt HD Gamer and Mav and people like that who are absolutely insane at FIFA every week. We've actually been doing quite good, and I've been testing this team out for you guys, and honestly, it is really good. But to go back to that, like I was saying, I got given for doing that pretty average record and getting placed in Div 5, I got 44,000 coins. Now, I know other people have won all 5 of their games, got put in Div 2, and get given 125k. Yeah, it's kind of mad. So if you can do well, if you can get yourself a decent sweaty little squad and do well in your Div Rivals placements, you can immediately start building it up to actual like proper sweaty Premier League, La Liga squads, that sort of stuff. So that's going to be on the agenda for this next week, is trying out Prem teams, trying out La Liga teams, Serie A teams, all of that good stuff, and bringing you guys videos on that. So let me know down in the comment section which one of them you would like to see. But first, comment of the day does come from Dylan Berry, who is thinking the exact same thing as me, and said he doesn't want to just see me making a 300k team straight away. He wants a sick starter squad. That is exactly what we are doing. Dylan, welcome to the first comment of the day of FIFA 21. Get your comments down below if you guys want to be comment of the day. And let's just get cracking with this squad. Like I said, it's pretty cheap, pretty sweaty. You can probably build it just from playing on the web app a little bit before the game comes out, and you can get yourself some coins and then go in and then do these Div Rivals placements, get them coins from that, and start building a sweaty squad. So that's kind of where the idea of this squad comes from, and that's kind of why I've gone for this left back and right mid combo in the 4-5-1, which you guys can see. Obviously, custom tactics, you guys can play whatever formation you want, but you just want a formation that lets you get full chem. And 4-5-1 is very good for that. So I don't know why I'm putting this on concept, because I own all of the players. So the first little combo ties very well into, I mean, first of all, just look how much pace he's got. He's got to go faster stripe through his hair, as if he wasn't fast enough anyway with the 94 pace. But yeah, we're going to stick Sacco into the squad. He is from Mali, and he plays in the Portuguese league. Me, instinctively, when I first seen this guy, I was like, there probably isn't really many decent players from Mali on FIFA. Turns out I was absolutely completely wrong, and he gets a strong link to this guy, Diaby, who's also got 93 pace and also plays in the Portuguese league. Now, this link here is very important because it gives you freedom with the squad. And there's also another player over on left mid who gives you a lot of freedom. One of the problems with building teams in the formation of like wide players with wide players, like a 4-5-1, 4-3-3, that sort of stuff, and then wanting to play in this squad, I want to play 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, is you end up with more wide players, but there's no wide positions in that team. So you need to find wide players who can play in the center. So this guy's actually going to be playing striker. We've then got a striker who plays striker, and that leaves a bit of a problem because we've now got 3 central midfielders, 2 cams and a centre mid, and then this left mid to fill up the 4 central midfield spots. Now, luckily for us, there is a man who does this job very well, and all of this is relevant. We're not just going off on a mad tangent in terms of building this squad absolutely all over the place. We're going to put Ansaldi at left mid. I mean, it's because look at his stats. He's got 5-star weak foot. He's got 4-star skills. My one's first owner because I've opened a crap load of packs on this account, but if we go and compare his price, you can pick him up for basically the squad value. Like, He's 700 coins. Okay, someone's just bids 800. But you get what I'm saying. You can pick him up for under 1,000 coins. This squad is going to cost you less than 10k. This dude's 75 non-rare. This dude's from Mali and in the Portuguese league. You can pick him up for like 700 coins. It's crazy. But the thing with Insaldi is he's got very, very good all-round and very good defensive stats. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, high work rates, decent stamina and defensive stats. I haven't even put a chemistry style on him, but if you've got yourself like an untradeable shadow or anchor or something like that, you can put him on him and play him CDM, and he'd actually be, and is actually really, really good. I mean, you can play him centre mid as well if you want and get a different centre, play your centre mid from here at CDM once you convert in game. He's just a really, really good option. Anyway, all of this makes sense because the idea behind this team is you need to be able to upgrade it. And my logic with these two was that this DRB guy with his 93 pace, I have put a finisher on him because, again, I was thinking about this. Should you be putting chem styles on your starter players? But it's actually really easy to get chem styles from the objectives. So why not chuck them on? A finisher gives him plus 15 finishing and takes him up to 87 finishing with 93 pace. So he's got 90 agility, 85 balance, and that's going to get boosted as well by the finisher chem style. So he ends up being absolutely ridiculous for about 600 coins, which is kind of mental. He's really good just to start you off. But the idea is that if you go and win all of your placement games with this squad, you could grab yourself like a Gareth Bale at right mid and get a strong link to Bale with Aurier for like 2k coins or something like that. And that's going to cost you about 100,000 coins. And you've gone from playing DRB at striker to playing Gareth Bale at striker in 5 games, which is a bit mental. If you do a bit more like me and don't win all of your games, you'll see that the rest of this squad, as we start piecing it together, it's got a bit of a Syria tinge in the middle. Maybe you could swap out Ansaldi for Insigne and play Insigne at striker with this dude and put a centre mid to replace Ansaldi at stretch. You know what I mean? There's loads and loads of options with this squad, and that is why I really, really like it. But in order for all of this to start making actual sense, I'm going to start putting these players into the squad. So we're going to go to, for the defence, Belgian Pro League, of all places. So in goal, we've actually got Simon Mignolet, who I was a little bit skeptical about putting into the squad because it's Mignolet, but it just, that's real life, I guess. He's actually pretty bloody good at making some decent saves on this game. He's got decent little stats, and again, he's one of them players who you can just pick him up for basically discard value. If you see down on the bench, one of the big things I did want to do with this squad, and we spent ages designing this with the help of the people on Twitch, so we thought about this a lot, is get a decent high-rated goalie. And I was looking at Mark Hezon and David Soraya because they are high rated and non-rare, and you can pick them up pretty cheap. We ended up going for Mignolet just because of the links that he gets at centre-back. We've got this Clinton Mata guy who's got 82 pace and strong links to Mignolet. Absolutely nuts. He cost me 2.5k. I have to buy this guy. If you're going to splash out on someone, I guess an 82 pace centre-back isn't a bad place to start. And let's be honest, 2.5k isn't splashing out too much. If you've got a little bit of nous, or if you watch a little bit of trading videos or something like that, you can get yourself, I mean, this squad only costs like 10k. You can easily get 10k, and spending 2.5k on him isn't too bad to make the rest of the team work. Paired up next to him is this Delhi guy, who's actually really good. He's really, really, really good. He's got 85 strength. He's an absolute unit in defense. Decent pace, 73. Decent defending for a non-rare to start you off. Again, if you've got chemistry styles, chuck them on him. Make him an absolute tank. But these two together are really solid. Like, this guy's got 94 stamina, 74 strength, 82 pace as a centre-back. He's even got 87 agility. It's kind of mental that he's only about 2.5k. He might have gone up in price a little bit. I built this squad yesterday. No, he's gone down. He's gone down. I got scammed. You can buy him for 1,000 coins. Brilliant. Even better. This squad is absolutely ridiculous. And then, following on from crazy nations, this guy is from Angola. And there's a strong link Angola left back who's also absolutely sick in his league. Who I wouldn't have guessed. Who'd have guessed? I don't know. But there you go. Nurio Fortuna is, again, absolutely unreal. 84 stamina, 85 pace, and reasonably decent all-round stats. Like, let's not get carried away. He's not the best left back on the game. He's 75 rated non-rare, but that's not the point. This is a starter squad. He's a really, really solid player. So that's the defense, and that is this little right-hand side strong link sorted out for a right back and a solid player to play at striker. And then we just have to fill in two midfielders from two central midfielders, because we're going to be playing Ansaldi at CDM. But like I said, if you wanted to play him central midfield and put one of the other guys at CDM, or pick up someone slightly different to fit into the squad, you absolutely can do that, even as you go upgrading it. And again, like I said, you could maybe swap out Ansaldi for Insigne and play him cam or something once you get into game and drop one of these back. There's loads and loads of options. I'll explain them a little bit more. And there's even some options for like different ideas down on the benches down here. These are other ones that I was looking at. I was looking at maybe going Kudus and linking up to Malin. I was looking at going Marquez and Mbemba, like I said. Dominguez is a solid option again, that strong links to Ansaldi, but with our striker, we do need some Italians. So if I pop this on Italian, we have gone at striker for a very sweaty but very cheap player because of the league that he's in. It is Eder. 87 pace. Again, I have put a finisher on him to give him ridiculous finishing. 81 stamina, 88 balance. Really good, just basically really decent all-round stats for a starter striker. I mean, look at that. He's played 4 games for me, scored 6 goals and got 3 assists. Some of the stats on these players is nuts. This guy, 4 games, 6 goals, 4 assists. We've been absolutely battering people, to be honest with you, since the normal version of FIFA come out. I have a bit of a head start. And like I said, I've been practicing against like pro FIFA players and stuff, so it's helped me out. We're doing very, very well. At centre attacking mid, we're going to be putting a centre forward who plays cam in game, and that is Verdi. Good all-round stats for a 77. And the big bonus about this guy is he's got 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills. So he's left-footed with high-low work rates to stay forward, but it doesn't actually matter what foot he is because he's got 5-star weak foot. It's really, really, really good. Again, 4 games, 5 goals, 5 assists. You can see where this is going. We've been absolutely smashing people. It's ridiculous. He's got really good stats. 90 balance, 89 agility, decent acceleration and sprint speed. We've put a sniper on him, I believe that is, to boost his shooting and passing, to get him up to ridiculous levels in short passing, shooting, all of that good stuff. The only downside to this guy is his stamina and his strength. But you can kind of get away with it with playing McCam. You don't need too much strength, and so long as you're not making... He's kind of just linking the play up. Any foot, he can play a through ball, that sort of stuff, have a bit of a long shot. He's good. You get away with the 66 stamina. You got to bear in mind, you're not playing against God squads yet as well, so you'll be all right. You'll be all right with a 66 stamina. He's a very good little player. Like I said, once you start getting some coins, you could drop him and bring Insigne in at left wing, play Insigne cam, and swap him out for another centre mid to play in centre mid instead of Ansaldi. But let's carry on and let's finish off this squad. Over on this side, there's loads and loads of options actually that you can go for. You can get this Pellegrini guy, you can get Zaniolo if you've got him in your club. There's quite a few different ones, but the one that I ended up going for was Barella. If I jump to centre midfield, pop him into the squad, a very good all-round player. There's this Pacelli guy is a non-rare option that you could use as well. He's not quite as good, so I decided to go for Barella. Again, all of these players are really, really cheap. Pick Barella up for like 2k. Mine are mostly first owner, but he's, again, really, really good. He's got very good passing. All of the midfield, actually, have got very good passing. I'm going to put in our final midfielder, who is going to be a bit of a potentially big one, a potentially sweaty one, but I actually managed to pick him up for first. Okay, I picked him up for first owner. I swear I bought him. I must have checked his price to make sure that he wasn't too expensive. Yeah, he's like 1,000 coins. It's Tonali. He's got 80 pace, 4-star weak foot, only 3-star skill moves. And the more I look at this team, the more I think maybe I should play Tonali at CDM and Ansaldi at centre mid. But the way we've been doing it is Ansaldi at CDM and Tonali at centre mid. It doesn't seem to matter too much, but the more I look at it, he's got high defensive work rate, medium attacking work rates, whereas Ansaldi's high, and Ansaldi's also got 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill. So I feel like maybe I've been doing this a little bit wrong, but at the same time, Tonali has scored a couple of goals for me and got a few assists, so it has been working. You can't really complain too much. He's ridiculously good. If I show you guys how this squad plays actually in game, it will all make sense to you in terms of what I'm talking about with switching the players around. So this is the way it plays in game. Eder and Diaby up front, Verdi at cam, and Ansaldi CDM and the other 2 centre mids. Like I said, if for example you swapped out Diaby and Sacco for Bale and Aurier, you've got yourself a Gareth Bale up front. If you swap out Ansaldi for Insigne and then swap Verdi for another decent centre mid that is Italian to slot into the squad, you've now got yourself Insigne playing cam and that new centre mid that you've brought in playing in CDM or centre mid. So there's loads of different options and nice little upgrade paths that you can go with this squad. And all the time, you're basically just sitting on a very, very sweaty defence at the back that's going to cost you like a few thousand coins to pick up. It's kind of mad. I really like this squad. I've been doing very, very well with it. I would absolutely 100% recommend you guys picking it up. We spent a while flicking through all of the different options and the different routes and the different sweaty players that people were talking about on the stream. And I settled on thinking that this was the best one. And now that I've played a few games of it, I really, really enjoy it and couldn't recommend this squad enough. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to jump into a game and we're going to test this out live, and I'll talk you guys through a little bit as well. Even if it doesn't go so well, me playing on camera, I'll tell you guys some of my tips for starting off FIFA 21, going through your Div Rivals placements, what sort of stuff you should maybe be trying to do in the game, and any little in-game tips that I've got for you guys. So let's jump in and let's play a game with this team. I just realized I didn't show you my custom tactics, and there's a big one actually that I think I need to fix. So like I said, I play 4-1-2-1-2. I've got it on pressure after possession loss. We've got pretty high depth to press people. Fast build up, loads of players getting into the box. And the big one, which I think I've still not fixed, is indeed Do not tell Verdi to stay forward. He will just stand on top of Diaby and Eder. I've got Eder on mixed. I've got Diaby on getting behind. And Saldi stays back and covers the centre. These two cover the wing. Fortuna and Sacco stay back. You can tell them to get forwards, but it is ridiculously attacking. And I have been debating about making a ultra attacking, which is essentially the same thing, just with the fullbacks getting forwards. But for now, we're just going to play on the 4-1-2-1-2 normal. 4-1-2-2 second variation with the fullbacks on normally. Stay back like I always have them. Let's get cracking. A sweaty Premier League squad with Angel Di Maria. I mean, he's got Calvert-Lewin up front, which I do respect. He's got Ricardo Pereira is a pretty good one. Tomori's very sweaty. He's got a good team. That's the sort of thing where if you guys want me to test out starter Premier League squads, sweaty Prem squads and stuff like that, we can do it. But let's see whether we can get a win with this 10k non-rare / discard value squad against them. Okay. Well, he's pulling out drag backs. I'm not sure how effective the drag back is this year. You have to hold L1 and R1 to do it as well. Yeah, I'm not so sure about it if I'm being honest. Can we smash him on our first counter? Go on, Diaby. Go on, Diaby. Go on, Diaby. No! How is that squeezed in? What has just happened? Oh my god. Okay. That was sweaty. Yeah, I'm not sure how effective him doing that drag back is. I don't even know what he's doing drag back there for in the first place, to be honest with you. Diaby on the counter attack with the pace. Bit of a suspect finish. I imagine he's got pretty terrible volleys, being non-rare. But we got it done. We got it done. This guy seems very good at FIFA, actually. Like, I'm in Div 5. But obviously at the moment, all of the ranking is absolutely all over the place. And he's using the new R1 dribbling really well. One thing I would say to you guys, actually, is disable a thing in the controls called contextual agile dribbling. Oh, thank God he's offside. Yeah, it's basically when you press R1 on this FIFA, it does this new agile dribbling thing like this, where they like control the ball and run side to side and stuff like that. There's a setting that it's on by default for some reason, where it'll automatically do it when you're facing up against a... That was meant to be a pass. When you're facing up against a player, regardless of whether you're actually holding R1 or not. And it's really off-putting, especially in midfield. Like here, my Ansaldi would start doing it, and you just don't want it at all. So I would turn it off and only do it yourself. Only to have it do it when you press R1 yourself, basically. That would be probably my biggest tip for having better dribbling and better control of your team that I could give so far from me practicing. Get contextual agile dribbling disabled. I've told them to go offside, and with that new directed run, I have. The directed runs are very, very good if you guys can get used to them and use them. And I've seen a tip, actually, on Twitter from one of the guys who works at EA. Apparently, if you just play a pass, so let me try this out. If I play a normal pass and then flick the right stick, it does it straight away. So you can create your own 1-2s. That's actually ridiculously good. Okay, it helps if you actually pass it to a player on your team. But I didn't know you could do that. So you don't even have to press any extra buttons. Just a normal pass and then flick the right stick. And the guy who originally did the pass will make the run in the direction that you told him. Oh, we've almost... Have we? Oh, we've almost created such a good goal for it as well. Okay, that's really, really good. So that is a very big tip. Oh, he's cleared it off the line in the final minute. You are winding me up. Okay, that was a good little passage of play, that as well. We kept our calm. We kept our cool in the box. We're 1-0 up against a sweaty Premier League team, though. This is good. This guy seems quite good at FIFA as well. Like I said, the skill rating's absolutely... It's not all over the place. Like, people have barely played the game, so anyone could have any skill rating. I mean, we've literally battered them with our 10k team. He hasn't had a shot. We've dominated possession in his half. We could have scored a couple of goals as well. We're doing all right. Go on, Diaby. There's the finish. Starting the half off strong. You love to see it. You love to see it. He's good, this guy, for a non-rare, you know. Honestly, stick a finisher on him. I'm pretty sure you get one from some of the objectives. If not, just buy one. It's honestly so worth it. The boosts that it gives on the finishing stat and stuff like that, it's absolutely ridiculous now. It's swapped with sniper, so it actually makes sense now. Finisher does give you better finishing. Gives you plus 15 finishing. Oh, big save from Mignolet. Oh, he's panicking. He's red-timed it. He's forgot he's got time finishing on. All right, that's the first chance that we've given him. Everyone's playing really on top of each other up front. I don't know if something I should do is maybe drop my depth back a bit. I'm pretty sure I toggled it up to be very like high press, high attacking. And I think it might be because I got fast build-up on, actually. I'm not sure. This is something we need to experiment with as we go through FIFA. But for now, we're doing pretty good. There's a good run from Tonali. There's another goal for Diaby. It's too easy. It's too easy. This squad is sick. That's a good little skill move for you guys to learn. So we carved that guy open quite easily. That was a good finish from Eder. What I did then, I ball rolled him at first, and then I double tapped R1 and knock on, essentially. So let me try and explain it to you guys. So if you hold R1, you do the new trigger dribbling. If you hold L1 as well, it does a drag back if you pull backwards. But if you hold L1 and R1 and flick the stick, you can tell him to do a knock on or that layoff, or if contextually you're in the right place, it'll try to nutmeg him as well. Let me see if I can show you guys if he comes to try and close me down. So it's all contextual based on where you flick the stick. So that one's a little drag back one where he tries to nutmeg him. If you flick it forward, it will do a knock on forward and knock it around the player and try to run around him. The easiest way to do it though is if you just double tap R1, it automatically does the knock on forward on. Like, you don't have to bother with holding L1 as well, with trying to flick the right stick in the perfect direction. If you're facing somebody up and you just double tap R1, it just knocks the ball ahead and will try to go around. And I didn't time that properly at all. I was literally just pressing it to show you guys. But if you get it right, it is a very, very effective tool for breaking down somebody's defense. Like I just used it then with Eder. We were one-on-one with one of his defenders. We've got the run on him, do the knock on, and you can get around him. It's really, really good. Oh, see, there it was. But I used it when there was another defender behind him, so he just ends up knocking the ball into that defender's path. Come on. We want a clean sheet for the defense. Come on, Mata, use your pace, lad. As he actually blew up. Okay, well done, ref. I don't know what you're doing there, you absolute clown. Dele Alli's throw on goal, but there we go. A nice performance and a nice hat-trick for Abdoulaye Diaby, a non-rare left mid who was playing striker. So if that doesn't convince you guys that this team is quality, I'm not sure what will, to be honest with you. I mean, me just telling you hopefully will have convinced you anyway, and that game wasn't too conducive to it, because you can sometimes just get absolutely battered by random ridiculous players with God squads. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully with that team and with a few of them tips that I've given you guys in that gameplay, you can go on and do well in your Div Rivals placements. And if you just win a few games, you will get yourself some decent amount of coinage, to be honest with you, to just only use this team like 5 games and then start upgrading, get yourself a Gareth Bale or an Insigne, or do you know what I mean? All them sort of good players that you can start to get straight away because you get so many coins from Div Rivals. But that's going to end this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Welcome back properly to the start of this channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys soon for another vid.